So, bottom line, in your brain today are three fundamental systems: to approach rewards and opportunities, to avoid threats and pain, and to affiliate, to join, to attach to us. And here's a key point. Each one of these three systems can operate either in a state of stress or in a state of well-being. For example, in people who have attained an unshakable peace and happiness, they do not stop approaching what is positive, dealing with what is negative, and connecting with others. But they do these things in a way that is characterized by well-being and does not harm themselves and others. Let's see how this works for each one of these three systems. Let's start with the approach system. When it is in a state of stress, the view that that system expresses and is affected by is that there is a fundamental underlying scarcity of rewards, which drives then emotions like frustration and disappointment, and actions which could be summarized in a word, grasping. On the other hand, when the approach system is in a state of well-being, its view of the world and oneself is that there is enough, there is sufficiency, there is a prior fullness. That leads to emotions like contentment and satisfaction and fulfillment, and actions that emerge from this system in a state of well-being that pursues what is positive and wholesome in life in a foundation of virtue and aspiration. Second, let's consider the avoid system. When it is in a state of stress reactivity, its view of the world is that of threat, which leads naturally to feelings like fear and anger, and fundamental strategies or actions of fighting or fleeing or freezing. On the other hand, when the avoid system is in a state of well-being, the underlying view of the world, in other words, the underlying context, is one of safety, which naturally leads to feelings like compassion, but also determination to deal with what's not right in the world. And these feelings then get expressed through qualities of strength and restraint. Third, the affiliating system. When it is in a state of stress reactivity, its view of the world, the environment, the context is one of loss and separation. Naturally, that leads to emotions like heartbreak, rejection, feeling unworthy, feeling unloved, shame, and to actions like clutching or seeking approval or looking for love in all the wrong places. On the other hand, when the affiliate system is in a state of well-being, the underlying premise or view of the world, of the way it is one of connection, of always already being joined, which naturally, of course, leads to emotions like kindness or love, and a quality of open-heartedness, open-handedness, and helping of others. Each one of us has experienced these systems in operation, both in a state of stress and in a state of well-being. For example, take a moment here to reflect on what it feels like inside yourself when you want something but just can't get it. In other words, when the approaching system is in a state of stress. Or alternately, when you already feel full and fulfilled, and there's a natural movement toward that which is positive. Or consider what it feels like when you feel unsafe or threatened, or that others are mistreating you, or bad things are happening to you. What's that feel like? Or alternately, what does it feel like when you see some condition that's not good, that's not right, but you deal with it from a place of centeredness, calm, determination, and non-harming of yourself or others? Or, last, in terms of the affiliating system, what's it like to feel rejected, or unwanted, or separated from those you love? Alternately, what's it like to feel already connected, already one with all things, and inclined toward compassion and kindness? Clearly, the possibility is present for each one of us to experience these three systems in states of well-being, and to increasingly incline the mind, which means training the brain, to ground ourselves increasingly in the well-being mode of each one of these systems. In other words, to stress-proof your brain.